two silverfish she has with her right now are called Atlantic lookdowns. We just have had those for a little over a week now. They came from a private home in Charlotte. And the other fish, we have some damsels. The little black fish with the white dot is a domino damsel. And there's also a fish in here that's gray with polka dots. He's called a panther grouper. He is hiding from me at the moment. And we have two batfish. They're little kind of tall, thin-looking fish with the black and white stripes. And we do have 3 bamboo sharks down in this tank as well, along with 1 stingray. She's a California brown stingray. Her name is Charlotte. She's right at Courtney's legs right now. Our stingray does still have her barb. It's about halfway down her tail. After the feed, you can get a good look at it when she's swimming around the tank. Our stingray doesn't have any teeth. They have what are called crushing plates. So a lot of times when she eats, you'll see her spit her food out and suck it back in. That's how she eats. Stingrays also perform a behavior called mantling when they eat. So when they form kind of like a bubble around their food, that's how they protect it. Our bamboo shark's Ipa is our oldest bamboo shark. She is swimming right up around the front. She just turned 7 back in July. Our largest shark in here, her name is Morgan. Morgan just turned 4 years old back in July. And Stanley is our smaller shark. She's hanging out by Courtney now. Stanley just turned 3 back in July. All of our bamboo sharks do have 5 rows of very sharp teeth. So they have the potential to take a good chunk of our finger off if they really wanted to. You could take about down to our second knuckle if they wanted to. But we don't do anything to our stingray or our sharks or any fish in here that would make them want to hurt us in return. So our fish and the sharks in the rain here have created a trust bond with the feeder. It takes a good while for the sharks and the fish and the rays to really learn the feeders, to trust them enough to know they can eat from us. There are a lot of times when we're doing our feed that we'll have another volunteer a couple spots over just sitting and observing the feed. That way the sharks can go ahead and start to swim around them, get used to them, and get to know them. Now the fish and the sharks and the rays in here can tell each of our feeders apart. They know us all based off of how we smell, how we touch them, and they can tell us apart by the electrical impulses we're giving off in the water. So they can tell if we're happy or sad, or scared or nervous, and they can tell us apart by that. For the feeders that go in on an air tank or dive equipment, they can actually tell the feeders apart based off of how they're breathing. Courtney is a certified diver, so she is using air. She's on a dive equipment. For the feeders that aren't certified divers, they just use snorkels. Sharks and rays are actually related. They don't have any bones in their body. They're made up out of cartilage. So like what our ears and our nose are made up out of. That's why scientists don't find any fossils left behind. They'll find shark's teeth, but they won't find any fossils left behind from these animals. You guys can see that our sharks trust the feeders. Morgan is sitting down on Courtney's lap, letting her pet and rub her and hold her. Morgan's one of the sharks that sometimes thinks she's a dog and she likes to climb up in our laps. Sometimes she'll come over just so we'll pet her. She won't eat from us, but she loves to get petted. I don't force anybody in here to eat. They know what times we eat and when we feed and where we feed from. So if they're hungry, they're going to come over and eat from us. We feed at 1 o'clock and then we feed again at 4, and we're always in this spot.
Stingray is hungry again.
I do have a baby bamboo shark in this tank. He lives in this net basket that you see hanging down in the tank. He's just over a month old. We actually got him when he was still in his egg casing. What we do with our sharks is we get them from our breeder, and we get them in the egg when we can, and we'll cut them out of their egg a little early so So normally bamboo sharks will stay in their egg for about 90 days before they're ready to hatch. What we do is we take them out early and move them into a clear jar that's suspended down into the tank to finish growing. And that jar just serves the same purpose as that egg casing does. It's just there to protect them while they're growing. When sharks are in their, or baby sharks are in their eggs, they have like a little yellow marble attached to them. It's called their yolk sac. It's what they're eating off of. Once that's completely gone, we wait a couple of days, and then we move that baby into the tank he's in now. Finish growing. It has to be about a foot long before we'll let him go down and swim with the big guys down here. Morgan and Stanley. Morgan's the largest shark with Courtney, and Stanley's the smallest one right down at her feet. Morgan and Stanley were both hatched here at the aquarium through that same process. Our oldest shark, Eva, was swimming up around in the front. She was not hatched here. We got her when she was about 6 months old. Eva has actually been laying eggs for us. She started laying eggs in 2015 of March. There's suction cups off of this bar. They look like they're brown, they look like they're floating. She's laid over 200 eggs since March of 2015. Right now, none of her eggs in this tank that we know of are going to form any babies, or they're going to be able to hatch, because there's no other male sharks. There is a process called parthenogenesis, where that shark could basically clone herself into to form a baby, so she could self-fertilize her own eggs. Had that happen with 4 of Eva's eggs. Sadly, babies that are formed that way, they're very weak and hard to get to live. So Courtney's actually going to get that baby shark out for you guys to see in just a few minutes. She's going to put it in a clear container so you guys can see what he looks like. She gets them out. You guys are welcome to come up closer and take pictures. So again, no flash for us.